welcome to Leon, Mexico, the host and backdrop to the 2023 FIBA Women's AmeriCup. This is the nightcap game of day number 2. Mexico, Canada going toe-to-toe here in Group B play. The Mexican fans are finishing up their dinner and they're ready to rumba after finishing day number 1, defeating Dominican Republic here on the same court, 69-62. Welcome inside to Doma de la Feria. I'm Despina Barton, joined by Javon Shepard, former national team member for the Canadian team. And guess what, Javon? We finally get to see Canada step on the court.
Finally.
You can see the Group B standings, and right, Canada hasn't played. I mean,
hasn't played, yep.
What are you expecting? What should everybody at home be expecting?
Well, for one, when you look at this Canadian national team here, women's team, it's a balanced attack, right? They have veterans on this group here. They have some young ladies that are talented. And you know what I like about them is they have size down low. They have some guard play. They have some players that can shoot from the perimeter. And the bigs are very agile, right? So with that being said, this Mexican team is a guard-oriented team. So the ability of Canada to play, to switch defensively and, you know, just be aggressive on the guards of Mexico is going to be important tonight.
The Mexican fans had a treat yesterday. It was a back-and-forth contest against the Dominicana squad, as we see Canada technically coming out first, but just for those of you guys keeping track at home, technically Canada is the home team here tonight. Well,
when I look around the arena here, it doesn't look like it. Right?
Just on paper, I guess, right. Javon.
About 2,000-3,000 Mexicans here that are just enthused about basketball and ready to have some fun.
And for Canada, they walk in after making their debut in the World Cup in Sydney. The team reached the quarterfinals, finished 4th. And they've added some young talent here to keep an eye on. They won this tournament back in 2017 and look to find success under a new coach. Meanwhile, Mexico, welcome to the court. A lot of energy, a lot of fight. This group showed off its fundamental soundness yesterday. And the fans showed up for day number 2 to show their appreciation. A lot of buzz in this town.
You know what impressed me yesterday too? They won a close game down the stretch, right? So for that group there, they learned a lot in yesterday's game. Came out with the victory, which is great, but to close it out in a tight game, that was important.
You can already hear the chanting here inside the arena. Before we can get started, we are going to begin with the national anthems. And it's going to start with Canada. And now for the host nation, Mexico. applause, and you're looking at Mexico's new head coach, Lindsay Harding. She led them to victory after day number 1. A steady hand and steady force for this Mexican squad. These two nations will meet at mid-court, shake it up, and hand over a gift from their country. A rich tradition here of FIBA international basketball.
It's always funny to watch, right? You exchange all these pleasantries now and all the smiles, but as soon as you get back to the huddle there, it all changes. The smiles turns to frowns, and everybody's ready to work.
This is a look at the officiating crew. They'll be tasked with calling a clean game for this group. We have not yet seen Canada in this tournament, so this is their debut. Their first day here in León, Mexico was a rest day. And then looking ahead for them, they're going to take on Puerto Rico tomorrow, Colombia day 4, and finish off their group play against Dominican Republic. For Mexico, like we talked about, they're technically the away team here, so we're showing you their starting lineup. First, keep an eye on Jacqueline Luna. She was added in the place of Valenzuela. Meanwhile, Coach Harding staying consistent with Martinez, Beltran, Payon, and Lara rounding out the top 5. Lara, the designated captain of this group, and Lindsay Harding there, leading the discussion with her assistant coaches, making, of course, her AmeriCup debut. Walks in with a lot of NBA experience and was recently named the head coach for the Sacramento G League. Her assistant coach is Ebony Hoffman, who led this team to a second-place finish at Central Basket. On the other side of the court, we're looking at Canada. This is a group coming off of a Sydney World Cup appearance. They've added a lot of young guns, and they won this tournament back in 2017. And for my colleague here, Javon Shepard, he's very familiar with this group. He's been waiting for this night to come, and for their starting 5, it looks like Shea Colley, Cassandra Prosper, an 18-year-old there, gets the start, alongside Kayla Alexander, veteran Naira Fields, and Aliyah Edwards, the 20-year-old from UConn. What should we be keeping an eye on here, Javon?
Well, for one, I just like the fact that, you know, this group is so deep, right? And you mentioned, first of all, when you're playing international competition, right, you have to have a pool of talent that runs about 20 to 30 players, right? And you're looking at this. We're listening.
Let her come off. You can look for a screen. You might have to pass to her. Okay? Pistol up. They haven't seen it. They're big. They're gonna go and help. We gotta drive, kick, and move the ball.
Got to hear the end of those messages before these two teams step out. A nice treat for you at home. We're going to try and keep those microphones in the huddles. And this Canadian team is led by Victor LaPena. He took over for longtime head coach Lisa Tomaitis, who led the program from 2013 to 2021. A few shortcomings, and they needed a jolt of energy. And if you're above the border, how's he been doing?
Great, right? He's passionate. The ladies love playing for him. You know, he's one of those coaches that he demands a lot from his players, but at the same token, he gives a lot, right? And I think the passion that he coaches with just exudes into his players, and, you know, it permeates onto the court. So you got to love that, and you're going to watch him this game, and he's going to be working that sideline. Very animated, very enthusiastic, but you know what? He loves the game, and you got to love him for it.
So it is day number 2, the nightcap, Mexico, Colombia, and Alexander gets the tip. Canada, the first run out at Colley down the gut, makes it count.
That's what fresh legs, right? Shea Colley just getting the ball down the gut of the defense, and nice layup.
This Canadian team extremely disciplined. Mexico coming off of a close game last night. Throws the ball away. Prosper off the foot of Colley. Quick recovery. Alexander going to work in the paint. Staying with it. Ball gets knocked out. Payon with the payout. Martinez, she needs some help. She has and 2 early turnovers for Mexico.
Well, give Canada credit, right? Because they're coming out aggressive, picking up full court, setting the tone defensively early. They were here last night, right? They watched that game, and they know that Mexico's a guard-oriented team. So if you want to stop them and have success tonight, everything ends and starts with the guards.
Prosper. Fields moving it inside to Edwards. First shot's up and good. Even a hand in her face from Laura.
Well, that hand has got to get there early, right? Edwards just gets there, steps into her shot just comfortably. You got to be on her shoelaces.
Paola Beltran running the offense for Mexico. Payan drives, looking for a cutter. It comes, but it's interrupted. Great hands there by the youngster Prosper. Fields. Colley, spot up 3. Everybody crashing. Fields, weak side, an extra dribble. No whistle. Edwards kicks. Try it again, this time other block. And the officials, I love it, they're letting them play.
They're letting them play, right? Have some fun.
Sophia Payan going right at Canada here and having to get a shot up. Not the best look there from Lara. Colley setting the tempo. Loose ball tracked down, Canada resets. Prosper, 3 ball. A miss, nobody crashing the boards. Alexander with the cleanup.
And you know what, on that possession there was 2 offensive rebounds there. Alexander comes up with the bucket, but Mexico's got to do a better job. Shots go up, you got to put a body on somebody.
Running right down the lane, a successful track for Paola Beltran.
Beltran there, the right to left crossover, and then she just explodes, right, to change the speed, so hard to guard.
Prosper driving left. They cleared everything out for her. Muna holds on for the rebound. Edwards comes up to cover. Beltran off the screen. Step back, Alexander drops. She had a decent look. Naira Fields, only 1 speed, and 1. The flex.
And she just turned on the jet, right? Got it full court here. You can see the in and out crossover, just protecting the basketball, strong enough to follow through and finish.
Sammy Hill checks in for Canada here. As Naira Fields takes her place on the free throw line. Naira Fields is a part of the group 6 returners from the World Cup team here on the floor. She's one of them. And 7 back from the last AmeriCup squad. She's played the last 3 seasons professionally over in Turkey. Beltran. Reverse. Fields. Into Edwards. Go to work, young gun. Catches her own rebound. Down to the deck she goes. And it is going to be Mexico ball.
It was a strong move, fierce move. She was almost probably too open when she made the move and made the turn. She didn't realize, oh, I'm this clear. Had about a split second that she could have used to clear it.
Prosper all over that ball. We're going to have a back court. Claudio Ramos saying she touched the ball.
Well, Prosper's been thrown into the fire, but she seems ready. She seems like she's comfortable and just fits right in.
18 years old and plays at Notre Dame. Sammy Hill now calling the offense for Canada. On the block, Fields so shifty. On board, keeps it high. Ramos driving by everybody, the dish to the corner, open look, Valenzuela, can you hit it? Rebound Luna. Another shot here for Mexico. You gotta do something, need some help. Valenzuela drives over Alexander. And then Tractor on board. Some quick substitutions for Victor La Peña. Some fresh legs from Koenig on the floor now. And also Alexander on the cut, it goes.
Great action, right? You have the dribble handoff there, and while that's happening, Alexander's cutting to the basket. Great pass, great finish.
Valenzuela left alone. Edwards comes out. Backdoor cut. Can she create some space? No, the kick comes. Claudio Ramos spins. Trying to find room, and she does!
Crafty, crafty.
A point to the stands and her fans.
She turned garbage into gold there.
Edwards to Alexander. Here comes the double, and it's a foul. As Alexander is slow to get up.
Did a great job there, just getting a low post positioning there. So when you get that deep, it's really tough for the defense to recover.
Ivana Jean checks in for the Peña squad. It's Canada up by 7 midway through the first quarter. Hill gives it right back to Ajim. Turn and go right to the rack, young lady, and one.
And you know what? They tried to switch to get a bigger defender on her. In the middle of that switch, Egypt gets the basketball and just attacks. Great job getting the and one. See here, the switch coming late, just goes across the left side, nice finish.
So a substitution, Coach Lindsay Harding getting some more height down low. Hernandez steps out. The Cal State 20-year-old. Ajim completes the three-point play. Canada doesn't go anywhere. Their defense, full court. And there, they get the cough up. We're rolling with Fields. She's just a step ahead of everybody.
Right. She's going full speed, sees the defense stepping up, slows down for a split second, and then bursts right through 2 defenders.
Extremely talented. Ramos looking for magic again. Turn, shoot, in and out for Payon. Koenig, high-low. Edwards goes to work, baseline. Turn, spin, hooks with the left, off. A slippery handoff there. Gallegos gets the bump from Koenig.
And you know what? You're okay with one of those fouls, right? Because you're playing so aggressive, you're bound to get one. Again, splitting the defense through 2 defenders, and it's her change of pace. Look here, whoop, whoop. Now you see me, now you don't.
And Fields gets a well-deserved break. Her team up by 12. And a fresh shot clock here for Mexico. Gallegos. Luna dribble in, a little bit more comfortable in that range. Loose ball, Canada picks it up. Hill calling for the screen. Ajim runs the lane. Foul handed over.
That's just a great find by Hill. Najim just running the floor, and Hill just finding her and just running with pace, running with poise, understanding the defense is coming across, just protecting herself and getting 2 freebies.
Zhang plays for Gonzaga, 21-year-old. This Canadian group walks in with the number 5 FIBA world ranking. Back a spot from last year, but a much better performance on the world stage as of late. And a timeout called. Lindsey Harding trying to get the attention of the officials table for a few seconds. And so with her team down 14, she's going to take some time to settle them down. You heard the message, handle the pressure and get up. Meanwhile, they're going to up against the legs of Kayla Alexander, a 6'4" center who has been leading by example for the Canadians.
And that's what you want from your veterans, right? The leadership and just sharing their experience with the youth, with the younger talent.
And the defense will not let up here. Canada working full court. Gallegos tripped up by Hill. Will work off the screen. Koenig picks her up. The cutter comes through, hanging on. Beautiful reverse, Avila!
That would be considered handling the pressure.
I would say so. Koenig on the other end. Russell kicks it again. Wing shot wide open, nobody defending, and she's gonna burn you.
Well, that's where you're gonna get the best shot on offensive rebounds, right? Everybody's in the paint, you kick it out, you have a wide open rhythm shot.
Ramos trying to thread the needle once again here to Luna. And a foul called against Canada. Number 9, so Ivana Jean. And the bench really liked that 3 ball by Koenig. Gallegos. Ramos from the wing. And Alexander's looking for the outlet. Sammy Hill, Jean, the better shot in the corner. Koenig, a miss. Again, Alexander doing work on the block to keep this possession going. Russell. And a push from behind they're calling against Kayla Alexander.
And she's relentless, right? She's picked up about 2-3 offensive rebounds over the last 2 sequences, right? She's just gives her all every time she picks up, she gets in between these lines here.
Avila. Baseline take, denied. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Sammy Hill, skip passes, no way, Luna. Gallegos, dribbling down, roller, looked decent. Hill talking to Alexander. Koenig strokes it herself. We're running back with Avila. Little crossover, Avila going at Koenig. Again, no! In and out. This crowd was gonna go insane. Alexander looking for the high-low. Ejin hits her.
And that's big time by Ejin, right? You know that Kayla has the basketball, the high-lows coming. She does a great job of just keeping the defense on her high side, giving Kayla a target, catches, and just keeps the ball high for a finish.
Paula Beltran steps back out for Mexico. As the fans are waiting for more here patiently. Ejin with 7 points so far in this contest. That one out. Canada dropping back. And a block.
And that's the tough part when you're playing in these arenas that packed with host fans and they're a little louder than average, or a couple of the earlier games that we had called. It's tough, right? You got to be able to call out those screens for your teammates.
Luna, Alexander comes, another foul. That one's going to put Mexico on the free throw line as that hits the bonus mark. So Beltran gets 2. Paula Beltran hits her first. We learned really quickly that all the offense for Mexico runs through her. Usually the distributor. 1 for 2, that trip to the free throw line. Russell kicks it. Kali looking for someone to run the lane. There we go, Alexander, final touch, no. Rebound Mexico. Avila right down the lane. Russell spotted up, ready to go. Sword, no way! Little block. Ramos all fired up. Something to build off of here, Javon?
Well, the pressure that Canada's come out with, right? That's really been the dictator in this game, and Mexico really hasn't adjusted to that pressure and their ability to switch in the half court. If you're in Mexico, there's 2 things that you want to take care of going into the second quarter: is the offensive rebounds, and let's just settle in, right? Settle in and handle the pressure.
Shot clock is off. Beltran with the rock. Goes right at Sword. Ball stays here. By the way, Sword's just 17 years old. We thought Prosper was the youngest. We were kidding. Canada getting the youngsters some play. Beltran, Sammy Hill's got her. Beltran goes right to the rack, and the foul is offensive. The fans do not like that.
There's about 3,000 people in here that think otherwise.
So now Canada will set up for the final 11.5 and look to extend their lead. Naira Fields with the rock. Shot back into the corner. Swartz staying confident with her. Fields can't pull it down, and the first quarter clock expires. After the first 10 minutes of play, it's Canada up in front, 23-7. Look here at the first quarter stats. Canada shooting better from the field and able to capitalize from three. We'll give you a look at the best plays here. So the first 10 minutes is behind Mexico. Now they have to make up ground. They're down by 16, Javon. How do they start chipping away at that?
Well, for one, they have to handle the pressure. And in fact, you can invite it, right? And if you're going to cut back door, loosen up the defense a bit, it's all right. Invite the pressure.
Beltran with the handles, going right at Edwards. Turn, shoot, follow through. A miss though for Avila. Fields coming at you. There's no time to rest on defense, and one.
And this is Coach Lapena's type brand of basketball, right? Up-tempo, fast-paced. And anytime you get a rebound, you push it the length of the floor here. You see Fields, her head is up, she's pushing it, and one opportunity. And she's not thinking about anything else, right? For the guards, that has to be a luxury because you know you have the ultimate green light from your coach. As soon as there's a rebound, as soon as there's a turnover, get out into the other end and find a bucket. Find a bucket or find a teammate.
Big deep breath for Nyla Fields, the 29-year-old. Misses that, but Prosper and company, well, they were trying to capitalize. Instead, we're running the other way with Mexico. Sammy Hill had a hand in stopping that ball in transition. Working around the horn, Fields gets the steal. She gets it right back. Laying on the left, no. Catches her own rebound. We're gonna play hot potato down there. Payan gets it back, give and go. Hard to get a good look. Payan in the corner, she finds it.
And what was the difference on that possession right there, right? Cutting, moving the basketball, playing a team game. If you're gonna play one-on-one against this pressure, it's not gonna work. Move the basketball, cut, loosen up the defense.
Prosper, three ball won't go. Avila looking for her teammates. Ramos picks up her dribble. Luna will travel.
And Luna there allowed Alexander to bump her off her position, and that's where, she was a little off balance and picks up that travel.
Coach Harding's going to take that as a teachable moment. Edwards, here comes the cut up. Turn and look. Fields available on the deep corner, and she hits it.
Well, she hits it, but Edwards makes the right play, right? Flash it to the high post of the zone, into mid area there, the weakest part of the zone, and it just makes the cross-court pass into the corner.
Going to work here, Ramos. Kick out, Beltran around the horn. Payan. Give it another look, Claudio Ramos. Back rim, Payan hanging and collecting all the rebounds on offense, and then in the eye of Canada. Payan, back-to-back 3 balls. Edwards getting ripped. She stays on top of it. 3 bodies hit the floor. The jump ball, and it's going to stay Canada's. And a timeout called by Canada. Payan showing us some life for this Mexican squad. Fields leading the way with 10 points, 3 rebounds, about what she averaged while playing in the Turkish First Division League. And it's only the second quarter.
You can just see why, you know, it's so easy for her to score the ball, right? She gets out into transition, she changes speed, she has a really nice handle, and she has a nice touch around the rim.
Fields likes her odds going one-on-one. Alexander with the rebound, keeping it up high. No foul. Kicking it out to reset. Kali. No good. Mexico holding on for dear life for that rebound. Beltran was trying to find a lane, and she does.
Hey, but you knew at some point that Beltran was going to turn it on, right? See her there using the screen, change of pace, get into the rim.
Edwards flashes to the free throw line. Floater, a miss. Payan. Beltran being guarded by Kali here. She tries to go through the lane again. Edwards sliding on top of that ball. This time, it stays with Mexico. But what an all-out effort.
Yep. That's one thing Aaliyah's going to do, is she's going to put her body on the line, right? She fights, she's fierce, and she's a competitor.
Coach Harding trying to get the attention of her team as they prepare to inbound the ball here. Ball's in, Lara, the captain, blocked. Alexander read it. Marissa Russell. over to the corner. Fields, Prosper. Mexico ball. Avila loses the handle. You don't want to do that in front of Naira Fields. Gets back and plays D. No shot. Got 5 on 4. Ramirez, quick fake. And the foul handed over by Russell.
Fields, she didn't know that the defense was trailing behind her there. You can see her draw up a little early and might have been a foul.
Russell wants an explainer. Well, the officiating crew has a couple minutes to make sure their thoughts are aligned. Foul will stand. They're actually going to ask for a replay here.
Joe, are you there?
We'll be able to listen in here.
This last foul for a possible unscored. Did you see it? ¿Lo viste? No?
Does
not make a play on the ball?
Okay.
Is that yes?
For me, it's
Let me see that one more time, please. That same angle one more time.
They have another angle. Okay.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, so unsportsmanlike foul, you show it. And we know the shooter, 8, is gonna shoot.
I don't remember the shooter.
Okay.
Okay.
2 shots.
So it's going to be a technical foul against Marissa Russell. And Mexico will get to shoot 2. Hazel Ramirez on the free throw line. She hits the second. Cuts the lead to 12, and Mexico will get the possession. Ramirez picks up her dribble, gets it back, off the curl, will throw up. And it's taken away. Avila fighting for the ball when Canada thinks it's secured. What do you call that? Grit? Fight?
Grit, fight, passion, compete.
Prosper has Koenig. Koenig, open look. Misses Prosper, keeps it alive, down in the paint. Again, young buck. Clear the way, here comes Alexander.
And again, Alexander coming up with another offensive rebound. How many times have we seen her do that? And then on the defensive end, just so disruptive.
Give and go. A foul handed over in the way, so Miriam Lara will take the free throw line.
Well, Lara there, she had Prosper on her. She was as she was rolling to the basket, right? Gives up a little size. Prosper gives up a little size, so Lara taking advantage of her.
Prosper subs out. Legion on the floor for Canada. Beautiful follow through, that's textbook. Lara hits both, now keeps it within a dozen. Golly, strokes it from three, nothing but net.
She doesn't think twice, right? The ball touches her hands, and as fast as it touches her hands, as fast as it goes up.
Full court pressure comes back for Canada on the made basket. Ramirez again finding the lane. That must have looked like it was deflected from Fields.
We can see the guards of Mexico right now on the perimeter. They're handling the pressure a bit more, keeping their dribble alive, not being flustered. But when they get into the paint now, they've got to be able to finish as well.
High with the rock. Thought about shooting it there was Avila. She took a step in, hoping to have a better accuracy. Tyra Fields will get a well-deserved break. Pat on the back. She's got 10 points and leading the way for Canada. Sammy Hill will take over at point guard duties.
And there's not going to be any drop-off when Sammy checks into the game, right? She spent a lot of time playing 1 and 2 in camp, so she's comfortable and she understands what Coach LePena wants.
Alexander calling for it, goes up strong, draws the contact. A leader for Canada who likes to lead by example. Kayla Alexander, the captain of this squad. On the free throw line for Canada. For Alexander, she's got 7 points tonight. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. If you're just joining us, this is the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. We're in Leon, Mexico. The host nation wearing pink tonight. Canada making their debut in the tournament after getting day one as a rest. Gallegos right at the rack, and she gets called for traveling. Excuse me, that call is not for traveling. She'll shoot 2. Gallegos plays for the University of Tulsa in Oklahoma in the States, just 21 years old. Comes up empty-handed. Edwards, right to the gut, kick out. Kali alone. It's off. Gallegos. Payan driving, kicking. Step back three, no. A double dribble. Hill. Kali driving through traffic. Edwards shoots at the top of the key. Beltran tracks down the rebound. Open look now for Luna. Knows what to do with it.
And she hit a big three from the exact same spot yesterday. Now, when you're coming off of Beltran's coming off of those ball screens, Luna's got to be right in that position there because the help is dropping. If you kick it back, she's got to be ready to shoot and keep knocking those down.
Hill on the curl. Free throw line, it's a miss. Edwards goes to work. She'll try to put it back up, blocked from behind. Luna cuts across her arm and delivers the foul.
It's got to be tough for Mexico, right? When Alexander's on the bench, you still have Edwards on the floor. And those two are relentless on the offensive boards, right? You see Aaliyah here gets her own shot, goes back, and forces the refs to call the foul. And I mentioned it earlier, they're big, they're agile, and they're fearless, right? They put their body on the line. You see Aaliyah, she's already wearing a face mask.
She knows the contact's going to be coming. Edwards, just 20 years old, standing at 6'3", and plays for Gino Arianna at UConn. Hill getting back, Canada retreating. Loose ball. Payan to settle. Turn jump, fade away. And kept alive by Beltran.
Beltran giving Aaliyah a taste of her own medicine.
Baseline, Beltran going at Edwards. 5 seconds to shoot. Off the fingertips, and Koenig's running the other way. No, Payan all over the ball. Gonna stay with Canada. Prosper back on the floor, foul away from the ball against Canada. 24 going against Aaliyah Edwards. Another look here. Moving screen. So Beltran, change of speed. Goes up, gets blocked there by Ejin. Hill, cross court to Fields. Creating her own space, her own shot. Two of her teammates down there to rebound, and it will stay on this side of the basket. .3 seconds to play in this first half. Hill to inbound. The cut, Edwards. Misses. Shot clock's off. Fields settling the crew. Loses the handle. Payan on the floor. trying to scoop it up. A jump ball call, and it stays here. Timeout called. We're going to try to listen in here. A little hustle play, though, by Mexico. There, leading the way and scoring with 10 points. And Yvonne Ejim gets set to take, excuse me, the inbound is on the other side. Sammy Hill prepares for the inbound. 0.6 seconds. Gotta be a quick touch, a tip. Prosper flashes, turns, shoots, gets it off in time. Fields, though, right there. She had her back, and there was just a little bit more time on the clock. Instead, at the end of the first 2 quarters, it's Canada 34, Mexico 21, a 13-point advantage for the ladies from Canada.
And you know what I liked about them is they took the opportunity last night to watch Mexico play, all right? They have fresh legs. They came out here with fire in the first quarter. They applied pressure. You know, they forced Mexico to turn the ball over, and they got out and ran the ball, right? They kept the game simple. They got to come out the second half and do the exact same thing.
Mexico won that quarter, by the way, but it wasn't in the rebound game.
Not at all, right? I'm not surprised when you have Alexander. Fields with 10, Ejim with 7, Alexander with 7.
We're going to take a look at the best plays in the second quarter. And when we return, it's going to be third quarter action. Javon Shepard, Jasmina Barton, we'll see you back after the break.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
Colombia sticking with it, and Yunus, her attack pays off. He's working up the screens, high-low bets, no, knocked away. Wow, Marquez had a hand on it. Inside of Vargas. You go right, Dantes. The hook, lays it in.
I like that great footwork, shot fake, steps across the defense, and nice finish, nice touch.
Walking right to left. Black Gonzalez handled her.
Hard take here. Gonzalez does a good job recovering and helping to help her. Block shot, little contact.
Deborah the speed on the cut. Vanessa turns, spins, and drops. The acrobatics by Brazil.
That's a fine to win.
Amargo, the 38-year-old captain, making it rain. Recovery there by Venezuela. Avila, head down, twirling, right down the lane. A little pass from Perez. Fajardo finishes off the glass. This is the unit that works so well together. And a block. Get out of my house. Cardosa feeling real comfortable here today. Jackson, the feet up to Reese. That one's pretty! And one, Reese. The combo.
Great concentration. Reese running the length of the floor.
Welcome back inside Domo de la Feria. I'm Desvina Barton alongside Javon Shepard. We're in Leon, Mexico for the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. It's halftime between Canada and the host nation, Mexico. Naira Fields has gone off in the first half for this Canadian squad, who finds themselves up by 13, but they led by as many as 18. Javon, your biggest takeaways from the first half?
Well, the 20 offensive rebounds that Canada has is one, but even more so, Canada has shot 23 more field goal attempts than their opponent in Mexico, right? So that just tells me one thing for Mexico is you've got to put a body on somebody, close out those defensive possessions, or Canada's going to continue to get offensive opportunities. And secondly, just handling their pressure.
Coach Victor La Peña sharing a last-minute message to his squad. If you have a second and you're seeing this QR code on the screen, go ahead and scan it. Make sure you got the Courtside 1891 app. That's where you're going to find all the game streams, schedules, scores, stats, you name it. It's all in that Courtside 1891 app. Canadian bench, pretty calm, cool, collected. Javon, just like you got it must be a Canadian thing.
Is that so? I thought I was high wired.
Listen, between these two games, you see me up here at the booth scarfing down my meal. He's chilling. He's like, I'm going to save this for later. The American way, the Canadian way. This place is packed with fans from Mexico. They've certainly had an impact on this game. Their engagement, I would say, has afforded an extra boost of energy.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? Because at any point, they can get this Mexican team turned up.
Tossed away by Lara. Callie to Alexander. Fields driving right, pull up mid-range, looks beautiful.
She makes it look easy, right? 2 dribbles, stops, solid base on 2, and then it pops right up into a jump shot.
Beltran over to Luna. Now to screen, the roll, had a good angle, takeaway number 2 for Canada. Edwards streaking. A miss as she hits the hardwood. Mexico trying to figure out what happened, wait for the rest of the team to show up. Payan thought about shooting that 3. And turnover number 3 is how Mexico opens up the third quarter.
Tough start, and you can see Luna there was looking for Beltran, and Beltran was trying to go back door. Both had the right idea, just poor timing.
Callie with the extra physicality. She had to smile up at the fans because they're calling her out for it. Last touch by Payan. So ball stays in Canada's hands. Edwards back to Fields. She'll stroke it. A miss. Last touch by Alexander. Beltran shaking Fields. High, low, Lara there.
Great pass, great pass. Right, just puts enough air on it so she can catch it soft, and Lara just puts it up.
Fields sending Alexander through. Kali being guarded tightly by Payan. Prosper, looking to prosper here down the lane. Instead, a collision between her and Edwards.
And she's had some good looks at the rim. She just needs one of those to go down, but she's gotten to the basket, and you can just see as she develops and gets stronger, she's going to average a cool 10, 15 points. She just gets to the rim with ease.
Coach Harding calling out the play. Her and Beltran have constant contact. Slipping through the hands of Luna, she recovers. Beltran deep three. Kali looking down court. A whistle as Beltran and Edwards have a run-in. Look at that battle.
Both of them jostling down the court.
I know you can't read lips here, Javon, but what do you think Coach LaPena is saying here?
Well, he's trying to get his team to play with the same passion, more fire.
Ja, we're reviewing this last foul for possible unsportsmanlike. The foul was in the front court away from the ball. Can I see that one more time, please? C2 has to be on the ball, so it has to be C1. Okay.
The point of contact is the curve.
Yes. Okay, so 24 is going to shoot 2 free throws. Where's the ball? One more time, can I see one more time? We go to the spot of the foul?
40, because it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Okay, so at the free throw line extended, and then 14 on the shot clock.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, got
You
it.
make a foul.
Yep. After review, white 8, unsportsmanlike foul, 2 shots, pink 8, we got it, 2 shots, 14 on the shot clock.
So Beltran gets the unsportsmanlike foul. And you're looking at Elia Edwards on the free throw line for Canada. And the fan trying to affect the shot. One for 2, and Canada will get the ball back. Kali driving left, takes it herself. Alexander trying to get the rebound, and a traveling call. Mexico happy, Canada not sure if she had possession. Canada stays back. They'll show a full court press. Payan, right to the rack. Edwards secures the rebound. Fields gliding through just about everybody.
And again, just turning on the Jets, right? Edwards is actually coming across to set the ball screen in transition. And as that screen is coming, she just hits the in and out and kicks it into fifth gear, gets herself to the rim.
Beltran looking to work off of Lara. Turn and shoot off the elbow. Miss. And Fields. This is a playground for her. Payan, 3-ball. Probably nearly losing the handle. I'll take this time to call out the play. Alexander gets dinged. Canada looking to build on its 16-point lead. Alexander, a contributor. And a foul going against Valenzuela. So Canada with a fresh shot clock. 14 seconds and the ball back. Alexander flashes, turn, release,
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
10 points for Alexander. Beltran draws Edwards here, nowhere to go, slipping away. Prosper steals it. Coast to coast, can she finish? Yes.
And you just want to see one of those layups go down for her, right? Gets a steal here, gets in transition, looked a little out of control, but gathers herself in time, collects herself here, and just a nice finish.
Her first bucket of the game and of the tournament. A timeout called here. We're going to try and listen in.
Okay, so listen. If we can get into any away or away curl, we're passing the ball. We're starting to dribble it too much and not get anywhere. We want to go from one side to the other. So if you don't have it, swing the ball. We can be delays, we can do drags, we can do double drags, you can have boards. But if we can run some aways and away curls, we'll be good. Let's go. Who's up there?
Always easier said than done, right, Javon?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you got to give, and she's right? Coach Harding is right. The dribbling it and pounding it, it's not going to help the situation. And I think with playing against Canada, what makes them so tough is that the guards play aggressive defense, but then when you have Prosper on the court, when you have Alexander on the court, right, they're just so long that those switches are difficult to play against as well.
Gallegos with 4 seconds to go. Valenzuela gets the ball, has to shoot it top of the key. It's off Front rim. Fields running right at you, splits defenders. Fearless, Alexander the cleanup. No whistle, another board. Shot by Ramos. That's what they were looking for.
They needed that one.
Golly, long two, it goes. And he's gonna call it certainly an opportunity to get a three-point play. Check the feed again. Oh, it was behind the three-point line. Harding says, I don't know how I'm supposed to defend against that. And the four-point play complete. This game getting out of reach for Mexico.
That's tough for Mexico, right? Because they just hit a big three, and you're thinking, okay, this may be a little light. You come that down in a four-point play.
Ramos off to the screen. The cutter, blocked. Koenig, corner shot, a miss. Valenzuela, eye on the basket, it goes. Hill driving, seeing who she draws. Easy two. Talk about going east-west to get the 2 points. Everything's been difficult for Mexico. On purpose.
By design.
And Avila would travel while in the paint.
You can see when she caught the ball, she was thinking about the move as opposed to just making the move. Koenig with good D there, just staying low, staying balanced, solid and disciplined.
Ejin back on the floor for Canada. Kali deep, rolling right in.
That's just a great read, right? She makes the pass, just one step towards the ball and clears over the screen, shot ready.
Valenzuela going at Ejin. Turn, shoot. It goes in. Mexico not backing down. Kali on the other end now. Let's see if her shot's still hot. Edwards fighting for the rebound. And gets finally the call down on the block.
It's got to be so deflating for Mexico, right? You have Canada taking shots, they miss shots, but you have Edwards down there and Alexander down there. They just clean up everything, especially on the offensive glass.
Elia Edwards hits the first. She's got 5 points. for Edwards. For some reason, I thought it was way more than I had to blink my eyes a few times at the scoreboard.
You know what? She's just been everywhere. She throws her body around, so she has a big presence.
Gallegos gets it right back. Slipping past Edwards, floater, rolls in and out. She gets her own board.
Well, she did what she was supposed to do, right? She got Edwards up in the air. You've done your job. Get to the basket, just be patient, and that should be an easy layup, an easy floater for you. Kind of just rushed it there.
And Gallegos is only 21 years old. Plays for the University of Tulsa. I don't know if her pass would ever cross with Edwards over at UConn. So it's got to feel nice to go toe-to-toe here. Foul going against Egypt. Canada's first of the quarter. Relatively clean, 8 minutes. Kick to Valenzuela, corner shot, drills it in the eye of Edwards.
Yeah, that's the basketball, right? Drive, a paint touch, a kick out, and a great open shot.
Russell, open lane, takes it. A miss, trying to lay in with the right on a foul. Last one going against Koenig. Gallegos asking for some help. Calling for the ball in the corner. Avila. Gallegos taking it herself. Valenzuela with the rebound. Edwards with the foul. Keeps her hand held high. With me, coach. If you look at the free throws and everything that Mexico's left on the board, I think they're going to be pretty disappointed.
Yeah. We've seen a number of teams during, over the course of the first day and a half where got to just make those freebies, man. They're free for a reason.
Hill driving left, hand off to Edwards.
That's just a great drop off, right? Hill gets into the paint, draws the defense, and just that touch pass right to Edwards.
Luna fouled on the approach. The 30-year-old power forward from Mexico, setting force for this unit. And this Mexico team finished second in the Central Basket. That's how they qualified for this tournament. Jim, high-low, open look on the block. Can't be put down by Russell. Flip side, Jim goes after it.
Great high-low action, and then Egypt comes on the backside to get the offensive rebound and tries to tap it back in.
First one goes down for Egypt. A miss there, and an unfortunate touch by Mexico. Canada keeps the possession.
Mexico goes to a zone right out of bounds play there.
Kept alive by Russell, left alone there. Kali drains it. Adding to their lead. Mexican fans just hands crossed. Not really able to find an answer. Avila slipping by multiple defenders. Final 7 seconds, ball in Kali's hands. Pull back tray, right on cue. A little heat check before the end of the quarter. Canada up 61-35. Here at the stats through 3. Both shooting 58% from the free throw line. And we're going to show you the best plays of the third quarter as it's a 26-point advantage for the Canadian squad. Coach LaPena keeping out the same 5 that ended the third quarter. 10 minutes left on the clock. Not going to give any room for Mexico to try to itch back into this. Swords, the feet on the baseline. Beautiful passing, Jim. And a quick foul right off the top.
Right, she was destined to get that foul there. When she caught the ball, she was already landing on too aggressively, just bounding right back up.
Nine points for number 9. And double digits she goes. Canada with a 28-point advantage. And, Now, Javon, you've seen all the teams play at least once. What are your early rankings? What are your observations here?
Well, without bias, I've got to go Canada, would be one of my favorites. And not because of anything to do offensively, but more so how this team plays on the defensive end, right? And their flexibility on the defensive end. You have guards that can press up, they're willing defenders, and you have bigs that can switch and play, defend guards just the same. So I think for me, that's what makes them impressive.
Knowing that the rest of the teams are only going to improve as this competition goes on, who do you foresee if you think Canada is, setting the benchmark? Who's going to cause them a little trouble?
You know what? And it's so tough to say because this is day 2, and there's a number of teams are going to get better as the tournament goes on, right? So I think we revisit that on, let's just say, day 4.
I need early projections.
No,
I got to hold you accountable.
You're trying to get me in trouble, and I'm not going to have anybody at me on Twitter or whatever the case may be.
He's playing it safe, my friend. Swords from 3-man's land.
But I do think the way Argentina moves the basketball and cuts backdoor, that would be interesting. And obviously USA, because they're just so athletic and they have the same ability in terms of defending a number of positions, 1 through 5.
I love your take on Argentina.
I really like them. I really like them.
This USA squad definitely playing longer together will bode well for them. It just looks a little disjointed so far throughout the tournament. Hill, corner shot, no bueno. And for Mexico, right, they opened up the tournament with a victory over Dominican Republic. They'll have a rest day tomorrow, which couldn't have come at a better time, right, ahead of Puerto Rico and Colombia. So what can Mexico do in this break time to set up to make sure that they're a team that advances?
Well, the break is really not a break, right? Because you got to be locked in on film. You got to be focused mentally. And secondly, you got to take care of your body, right? That's a part of the job so that you're prepared to come back the following day and be ready, right? You're got to hit the floor running.
And Canada, they've already had their rest day.
Yeah, so they're gone for the long haul now.
They are tomorrow night. They'll have Puerto Rico. Day 4, we'll see Colombia. As Payan continues to drive and be successful. And then Canada, day number 5, Dominican Republic. So tomorrow, as Canada gets set for Puerto Rico, that's going to be a rematch of a big-time showdown in the AmeriCup a year ago. In fact, it was Puerto Rico that sent Canada to that bronze medal game. Beltran with a hard hit as that ball drops in. Cali, quick answer on the free throw line. These two teams, 2 of 10 here competing in Leon, Mexico in the 2023 FIBA Women's AmeriCup. USA automatically gets a bid to the Olympic qualifying tournament. And the top finishing team as well coming out of this tournament. So 1 step closer to Paris 2024 is what is on the line for all 10 of these teams. Beltran driving right this go around. Around Potter. And enough to draw the contact.
And you know what's funny? She, on the initial attack, if she just continued getting downhill into the basket, I feel like she created enough advantage where she could have got herself an easier layup.
Beltran with the deep breath. Beautiful free throw. She's got 8 points here tonight. A fan favorite.
Easy to see why. Easy to see why.
And she can take advantage of her trips to the charity stripe. Prosper, the 18-year-old, into Edwards. Hill on the swing shot. Put back too easy there for Emily Potter, standing 6'5", and getting some minutes here in the fourth quarter. Coach LaPena working in different lineups. Prosper said I had all ball, and it's not quite what the official saw.
Still playing hard, even though his game's out of reach.
Two made free throws here will put Payan in double digits. The 22-year-old guard hits the first. And she will indeed hit the 10-point mark. Prosper drives in, baseline jumper, misses. Potter's there for the rebound, and another whistle.
Another offensive rebound.
Glass half full. Beltran off, as well as Payan. Coach Lindsay Harding going to rest them these last 5 minutes. And the crowd here in Mexico giving them a round of applause. A double dribble. Gallegos. Passionate fans here get courtside seats. Sammy Hill, elbow shot, a miss. Potter. Garbage machine on the block over there. And the fans call Sammy Hill out for that air ball. Feed to Lara denied. Another takeaway for Team Canada. Gallegos now pulling the trigger for the 3-ball. And the fans here really like that sequence, right? The block on one end, Gallegos on the other.
Well, you know what? You got to give them credit, right? They're still engaged in the game. They're still supporting their team.
Sammy Hill a little frustrated as her teammates aren't moving quite the way she wants them to. Edwards on the block. That's a move she's done over and over again. 5th team foul for Canada, so Team Mexico will be shooting free throws from here on out. R.I.P. DMX. I got DMX here playing.
Always came with the right energy, right?
I like to believe that many of the players might still know who he is.
You know, and I'm thinking about that, and all I'm going to say is I hope so. I really hope so. I really hope so.
Maybe not Team USA because they're all under 21 years old.
Right.
But for us millennials out here. Sammy Hill, all she can do is laugh as she's called for another foul this time. Wrapping her arm around Gallegos to try and slow her down. And one would think that Mexico would be shooting. As we are in the bonus. Hill fired up about that last call. Went hard on that take. Another look as Gallegos try to get the high-low going and a push from behind. Hill is just the target right now. The officials have a magnifying glass on her.
That or they're trying to extend this game right now.
By my calculations, Javon, these officials are calling one game a day. It is their one shot to make sure they get everything correct.
That's even more incentive to stay here as long as possible.
Potter and Prosper down there. It's fun to see Prosper, too, go to work a little bit without much pressure. Gallegos. Prosper running towards, finds a way to hook it in with the left.
And you know what? She's very raw, but even on that play right there, it speaks a lot about her talent. In and out, and just finishes with her left. And that was just off of instincts.
Under 2 minutes to play here. Team Canada up by 26. And you see Prosper now attack from the left side.
Yep. Attack from the left side, finish with the right. Play before, attack on the right, finish with the left.
The fans booing Sammy Hill as she goes back to the bench. Koenig back on the floor, as is Silas Swartz. And Javon, point differentials matter, right? So every point that Mexico can tighten this score.
Tighten it up, right? Because you don't know what this is going to do for you on the back end when you know standings are determined by points. And if you're Canada as well, right, you want to stretch this lead as high as possible.
Yeah, we talked about this is Group B, so Canada and Mexico are also competing against Colombia, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. Canada the number 2 team in this tournament. Came in with the power rankings there. And Koenig is just one of those threats at all times.
And you can see why there, right? Just stopping and popping. Almost looked like she was off balance, but drops it with ease.
Yeah, teams who have been playing against this Canadian squad for some time know how valuable Koenig is. And right now, Coach Harding racing out to the court to check on her team member here on the floor in pain. Another look here as Valenzuela gets a little physical altercation and grabs that left leg.
And just Coach Harding was the first one out there, right?
Running out to her side. I imagine sharing some words of encouragement in this scary time.
Yep.
And the fans here just holding their breath. And the medical team will come out here as that left leg will get some immediate attention. It's one of the risks of the game, right, Javon? You played for 10 years for the Canadian national team. These are instances nobody ever wants to see.
At all, right? And you hurt for players when they go down. And it doesn't matter what level of injury, right? Because you know how much these players invest into their craft. And even as an opponent, right, anytime you see somebody go down, like right away, you know, right, you hurt as well, because that could have been you. And the investment, you know, the passion, and you think about it, for a lot of these athletes, they've been playing this game from the age of 6, 7, 8, right? So it's not just something they do for fun. It's a love, right? This is a part of their livelihood, their lifestyle.
And Valenzuela plays for Florida State University back in my home state of Florida, as the medical team tends to her. Her teammates watching on, hoping for the very, very best. Javon, that you've never been quite in this scenario, but I'm sure you've had teammates.
Yeah, yep.
And how do you move forward as a team?
It's gut-wrenching for a team, because you go out there the next day and you're always going to play with caution, right? Because you've seen something happen to your teammate. But one thing for certain, though, is that you are more motivated in a sense. To, run out the clock and get out of here.
Coach Harding, the first one to run to Valenzuela's side. One of the players we have yet to see score for Canada on the floor right now. Gallegos. Captain turnaround shoot for Lara and Russell. Keeping the pace, staying true to Canada's form. A rare miss on the lay-in. And Lara gets it across home half court here. And another player down on the opposite end for Mexico. Slow to get up. Here is Carla Martinez. Saying she was hit in the back, some pain in the back. Another look. Yep, she was indeed hit in the back, but unfortunately it was on her impact towards the camera man. We hope both of them are okay as his knee made contact with her back. All right, we're giving the okay. He's okay. And I'm sure hopefully only a small contusion and some ice can take care of that.
We hope.
Final 16 seconds, shot clock is off. Swords takes the baseline, met with a double team. And she'll travel. So you imagine Mexico is, yeah, they're going to give it one more shot, and it does go down. Gallegos, the last one to score for Team Mexico. And that bucket right there cuts the victory by 2. Final score, Canada 83, Mexico 57.
That was just complete dominance by Canada, right? You look at the 35 offensive rebounds, and they forced 20 turnovers, forced Mexico into 20 turnovers. They came out, you know, they set the tone defensively. A lot of pressure. They got out and ran the basketball. And that's the brand of ball that Canada plays, right? They're going to have success in this tournament. They've established themselves tonight, right? They've shown what they're capable of. Now is to play with that level of consistency, right? And that's going to be the important part. But for me, the fact that it started on the defensive end is important.
And so Mexico goes 1-1 in their first 2 days of competition, and will leave, even though while they're clapping up right now, with a heavy heart as they just saw their teammate, Mariana Valenzuela, go down with a knee injury and needing assistance as she receives medical attention. Meanwhile, Canada, this is their first outing. They made a statement.
First outing, great showing, right?
A 26-point victory for the women from Canada. And this group was led by Shea Colley. Colley had 19 points. Behind her was Naira Fields with 14. Lots of scoring options for the Canadians. A look here at those final stat lines.
7 for 30 for Canada from the three-point line. And looking at the rebounds, 66 to 44. Like that is where the game was determined right there, the rebounds. Great game from Colley.